Beautiful. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. So I'm so excited to share just what I've know so far about the Solex bioresonance scanner. Like, there's still so much I seem to be learning and finding out every day. So it's quite a fun journey. There's a basic and advanced university that comes with the machine that I've been making my way through. So yeah, I'm only teaching you to the level of what I know now, but literally almost daily I'm working out new things. So, in a few weeks time, I'll probably be able to share some new things with you. But it's pretty cool just even what I know so far. So the company started by this guy called Lauren, who 38 years ago had an adoptive son with a really bad disability. So he started kind of searching the world for the best technology of healing, things like that. And so then Solex started in 2012, but to 2012 and to 2020 was only available to practitioners, and it was $35,000 for a device, right? And so then since July 2020, he's turned this professional, super expensive device into something that just the everyday person can have at home. So it's whether you want to just use it as a practitioner to add into other modalities and things like that. I'll explain ways that you can do that as well. But there's also a lot of people that want to buy one just to be able to heal themselves, their children, their pets as an amazing self-healing device at home. So, and now it's a super affordable price, which is really, really cool. And it does lots of really great things. So the way the scanner works, it picks up, he's done all this research over all these years, and everything, as we know, has energy and it has frequency, right? Like quantum physics, think Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. So everything has a certain frequency. So a healthy organ has a certain frequency, healthy thoughts and emotions have a certain frequency. So over the time now, they've collected the data, and when we do the scans, it's on 120,000 blueprints of the body, of all your vitals, yeah? That it's testing up where there's a disharmony frequency going on. And then it sends back an optimization frequency to actually help to balance it out. So for the healers here that understand energy and frequency, as we know, disease and disharmony can sit in our aura for up to 9 months, yeah, before it comes into your physical chemistry being. So what this machine is picking up, the scanner, is actually a disharmony in your frequency that's sitting in your aura, it's sitting in your energy body. Some of it, yes, will actually be on a chemistry level that if you go and get blood tests, it will be there. And when I had my first scan, it completely matched my blood work that I'd had 2 days before, got back from the doctor. So yes, it does match your chemistry as well, but some of it, it's picking up the energy imprint on what could be. So you know how we have stuff sitting in our auras, and then we have healings and we clear some of it away and it doesn't make our way. So it's picking up the energy imprint of what is happening today. And frequency is energy and waves, and your scans are different at different times of the day. I do them 2-3 times a day with my device. And whether, it's first thing in the morning or in the afternoon and you haven't eaten, or you've been busy, or you haven't drunk enough and you're a bit dehydrated, your scan results are going to be different. So where he says to really keep an eye out for concern, to maybe want to go and get further investigation, is when you're doing this scan over a period of time and you keep seeing the same thing pop up again and again and again and again, that's when you go, okay, like, so for me, I noticed my thyroid came up for weeks and weeks on end, and then I saw my naturopath kinesiologist, and yes, I've got some thyroid stuff going on at the moment, right? So if you see the same thing again and again, that's when you're going to take a look at it. But just on a daily basis, don't freak out when you see the chart with a whole bunch of things coming up, yeah, because we're humans. Humans are messy beings inside, right? We have lots of parasites, bacteria, a virus and fungus and things going on in our body. We all do, all the time, and some of it's actually good and beneficial for us, right? So we never want to be without all of it. So it's going to pick up things. So yeah, don't freak out and think, oh my God, I've got all these parasites and I've got this wrong and this wrong and I'm about to drop dead, because it's just an energy imprint frequency. Because I know I did a scan for my beautiful, lovely, wonderful mother, and she totally went into some anxiety and started going off to the doctors with all these tests and whatever. And I'm like, Mama, she's a healer as well. I'm like, it's this frequency. So I just really want to reiterate that. So Kel, when I do yours in a minute, you don't go, oh my God, what's happening? Yeah. And so with this beautiful scanner, so we can scan ourselves, and you can do it yourself. You can do obviously distance. You can also do pets, which is really cool. So it's got the chakras in there for cats and dogs, and I think maybe horses, or the horses is coming soon, but it might actually be in there already, but I think it's coming. And you can send frequency healing to energy and spaces and things like that as well. So some of the girls, like one of the girls who does feng shui or something, she's actually using it to do house clearings and stuff all the time. So you can use it to clear energy and spaces and objects. You can use it to create abundance. Since I put my photo of my bank account in there and used that as a target for frequency, lots of really cool things have happened in the last few days since I did that. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities of what you can do with this beautiful, amazing scanner. So the first part, the inner voice, right? So the inner voice is using voice recognition, and it's so from your voice imprint, it's picking up 7,000 different points, and it actually is going to pick up your top 4 emotions that need like work and balancing. Yeah. So the first 3 are the ones that you're probably aware of and you're overcompensating for. And then the 4th one is the one that's your most suppressed emotion. And, as we know, the most buried ones are often the ones, they're the ones that we need to really deal with the most. Yeah. So it's going to give you a really detailed chart of those emotions and possible causes from them of your emotional stuff, also some of the physical stuff that's going on in your life. And it'll give you some lifestyle recommendations to also help balance it. But the wonderful, amazing thing is it creates these personalized harmonics just for you. So we all know about sound healing, and we go and lie there and listen to these lovely bowls. And in kinesiology, we use our little tuning forks and bowls and stuff as well. But with this scanner, this is like sound healing frequency specifically for you. So it's picking up the energy of your vitals and everything else that's going in. And as well as the keynote, it's underlying specific healing harmonics to optimize and balance your specific body. So just say you've got unconditional love versus conditional love out, and so does Sam. It's not going to be exactly the same healing tone to balance it, because Sam's underlying reasons that are going on for her are going to be different to yours, Kelly. So the tone, even though it might sound the same, it's got this underlying layer that's specific to you of healing frequency that gets added into the scanner. So it's quite specific and quite detailed. So that's the first part. And then as you go down, there's the vitals, which goes through, it's like blood work, basically. It goes through all your bloods, your pancreas, your digestive system, all of that kind of stuff. And then as you go, then there's a comprehensive, which does all the other parts of your body, your organs, your arms, your legs. And when you click on, it doesn't work on when you log it in from the laptop. It only works when you've got it on the actual device. But when you click on it, it actually brings up a 3D image of the body. Like, it was amazing that picked up my foot the other day, and I clicked on it, and it's exactly where I've got this pain in my foot, but I could see all the little muscles and tendons and tissues and things. So you can really go deep into educating yourself and really seeing into things if you want to. So today, what I'm going to show you, Kel, is we're going to do an easy scan. So an easy scan is a combination of the inner voice, the vitals, and the comprehensive. Yeah. And it's going to read all 3. And we can also load in things like your supplements, right? So you can load in supplements, essential oils, crystals, all sorts of things into your own personal library. And then when you do your scan, it will actually pick up and say to you, hey, you need to take this vitamin today, or this essential oil will be really great for you today, or this homeopathic's good for you today. So just for today, because it takes time to load supplements, I've just loaded in all the homeopathics that are part of the device. So today when we do your scan, if you need some homeopathics, that'll test up and say, da, 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 you need these, top 5 or 6 today. And then you can look up the information, and it's seriously like mind-blowing. Like when I did mine the other day, it was so specific. There was a homeopathic that was for boils on the jawline, and it's nearly healed now, but I had a big boil on my jawline. And I was like, wow, that's so specific. And then I can't remember what night it was, Wednesday or Thursday night, I had a really bad upset tummy gastro thing. My partner had it too. There was a homeopathic about clearing the shock of suddenly getting sick. Where you go, when you go to bed feeling fine and you wake up feeling unwell, like it was specifically for that. So it is really, really spookily specific. And then you can just, with your device, you press imprint, you put it on your glass of water, and then off you go, you've got magic water. So every morning I imprint my homeopathics, and I also scan for a flower essence, and I put that in my water and have magical water. Right, so let's get in, and I'll share screen, and I'll start explaining as we go along. Okay, there we go. So up here, we've got Kelly's profile that I've popped in today. And then under supplements and therapies up there, I've just loaded in all the homeopathics for you, darling, okay? So what we're going to go up here first to quick scan. And in quick scan, before you ever do a scan on anyone, you always want to clear the aura, because especially as healers and stuff, we're often surrogating other people's energy, and empaths and whatever, we're wearing other people's energy. So this energy clearing is vital before you do any scan on yourself, because otherwise you'll do a scan and it might say recreational drugs or something, and you're like, hey, I don't do that, but you might have done a client that day that does. Yeah, so always important to clear. It's a really powerful clearing tool, actually, because I was practicing using this instead of just doing clearing with my, Reiki and my other tools. When I was doing back-to-back clients, in between I was just pressing clear and coming back, and I was leaving the surrogation on and then going back and double checking it, and it had totally cleared. So, you can experiment those things for yourself, but it's pretty amazing. Shields, which I like to do that to close after a session. So it's really quite powerful energy clearing and shielding. There's these 3-minute boosts. Supercharger is phenomenal. Like, instead of going for my peppermint oil or shoving some more green tea down my face at 3 p.m. when I'm working and getting tired, I was using this before I came away, when I was doing these 12, 13-hour days, smashing out so much hair before I left. And yeah, that was giving me so much energy. Focus, gives you lots of focus. The relax one, they've just changed to relax. It used to be called Zen, and that's to actually really help you for meditation. So that can be a really good one to use before and with meditation to really help drop you in. The grounding one is it called Schumann resonance or something? That the thing of the earth, the resonance of the earth, that's that. And then neuro aerobics, which is amazing. As we know, our brain can get really switched off. So the neuro aerobics helps to actually switch on all parts of your brain, so they're functioning really beautifully. So they're just some little 3-minute boosts. Then we're going to go up here to easy scan. Beautiful. So in a minute, lovely, beautiful Kelly, I'll get you to take yourself off microphone so we can hear your voice. And what we're going to do is you need to say, I am Kelly Ann Edwards. And after you've said that, you can say anything you like. I would just say my date of birth and my address, but Steve, when he does it, he loves to tell a funny story every morning. So it doesn't really matter what you say. You can say A, B, C, D, but the first words that you say, you want to say I am and your full name. And before you start the scan, you just want to take a moment to just close your eyes and just tune into what it is that's going on for you at the moment, and some of your feelings, emotions, and stuff that's going on, and just have a moment of tuning into what you're feeling, what you might want to clear, what you might want to bring in. Take a breath, and then when you're ready, let me know, and I'll press start scan.
Okay, I'm ready. Hi, my name Oh,
Yeah, go down.
I've stuffed it. Sorry. I am
Start again.
Kelly and
Let's go.
start again. Sorry. Okay, I'm good. Yeah.
Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am Kelly Ann Edwards and I live in Nyora in South Gippsland in Victoria, and I've just actually had a distant Reiki this morning.
Gosh,
and
that's a treat today.
Yes.
So I'll turn this down a bit because it gets a bit noisy. So in a normal circumstance, if you're doing this for yourself or for a client or anything, you want to make sure that while the scanning process is happening, just so to bring in more accuracy, that the client's not chitter-chatting and that you keep talking to each other, that you're silent with the process, and also nice and still, and you're not like up moving around and things like that. So that was something I learned in the university that I wasn't doing in the beginning, and I didn't get told in the beginning. And Steve would go rah 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 and put it down and go off and get ready for work and all that. And actually his scans were still quite obvious, but quite really accurate. But I noticed once I did the university, and now we actually like just lay there and just be still and be silent as this is all happening, it is actually that bit more accurate. So I think that is really important. And you can actually then really tune into, as it's scanning, right? It's scanning you and then it's optimizing frequency back, and you can actually really feel it when you really just lie there and close your eyes and tune into it. You can really feel what's going on. So once this is scanned and optimized, we're going to get a very detailed report coming up, Kel, and you'll see there's a numbering process from 1 to 9. So 1 to 3 is like diminishing function, which means something's chronic, so something's gone on for a while. And then 4, 5, and 6 is like normal. And then 7, 8, and 9 is like increased inflammation risk, and that's usually something more acute that's happening at the time. Like I said, don't freak out when you see red and orange dots. So you can go through and have a bit of a picture. It's also going to show you your chakras and your meridians. And so you'll see on the chart, it's going to say previous scan, which means basically the scan of what you were before the start of this session, right, today. And then it's going to say current scan, which means after it's sent back, optimizing frequencies to you. So on most occasions, you'll see if something's gone from a 3, it might move up to a 5 and it's optimized and it's cleared it. But on the very odd occasion, it might have gone from, say, a healthy 5 or 6 to a 9. And you think, oh my God, how did it go from good to worse? But what's happened is sometimes for the body to balance, it kind of needs to rob Peter to pay Paul, if that makes sense. So it borrows a bit of energy here to balance out energy here. That's just temporary. That's not a forever thing or anything like that. Yeah, so you'll see sometimes that there'll be just some other little thing. Yeah, this usually takes maybe 3 to 5 minutes, I think, this scanning process. So yeah, so part of this you'll get, you see here, you've got the scan, you've got the optimize, then we'll go through the emotional harmonics, which you'll get emailed this full report, Kel, and then you'll get the email, you'll get in the harmonics for the inner voice, plus you'll get the report of everything that's come up today, and then I'll show you with the Cephi how to actually send energy back. And so you can either just use intuition and go just by intuition, I want to choose these certain things to send to me, or of course you can use kinesiology and muscle test and work it out that way as well. I do a bit of both. Sometimes I just do intuition, and other times I think, no, I'm going to kinesiology test what's going on. Getting there, sorry girls. Does anyone have any questions while we're waiting for that to go through? Not yet.
actually really interested to see what it's going to be, because I've been unwell, so it'd be good to see what comes up.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
That's funny because I muscle tested who would be the best demo person today, and then
well, you picked up on it. I've been wanting, in my mind, asking for answers. Yeah.
It's been so amazing because I really burnt myself out really bad, and I've had some really bad adrenal, thyroid, just total burnout, exhaustion stuff going on, and I've had a whole bunch of tests done and been having a lot of healing. And one of my ladies had suggested bioresonance therapy, and her sessions were like $300 a session and needing fortnightly sessions. And I thought, oh gosh, like maybe I'll just, as a practitioner, it's tax deductible, I'll just find a machine and go and buy one myself. And then my friend Amanda, who's a kinesiologist, had put a post on Facebook about this AO scanner. And then I was like, wow, this is way cooler than the old ancient thing that was way more expensive that I was looking at. So it all just worked out beautifully for me, yeah. But in the last 6 weeks that I've had it, I can't tell you how much energy I have. I was like falling apart before I came away as well. Like I've just been so tired. Within weeks, I have so much energy. It's helped me with IBS stuff, vomiting, nausea, headaches. I get bad periods because I've got fibroids, and I had my period in Sydney, and it was our first sunny day, and I was like, oh my God, Steve, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to spend the day in bed. And I'd had Panadol, I'd done oils, and then I thought, oh, hang on a minute, why don't I try the scanner? Because it's a new thing, so I don't always remember that as the first to go to. And so I did a period pain thing. Well, seriously, within an hour, I was going on this big long walk down to the harbour and going out for brunch, and I was out and about having a wonderful day. That's unheard of for me on my heavy period day. Like I really struggle. So there's been some quite magical miracles in a short amount of time. Reading lots of testimonials on the group, I saw a guy cure stage 4 cancer with using the scanner and a few other energy therapies and some meditation. Another lady got off 30 years of antidepressants within 6 weeks of using it. So yeah, there's definitely some amazing stories going on out there. So this top part is your inner voice scan, so which we'll go back to because there's a more detailed report in another section. So as we scroll down, Kel, this is where it's showing the numbers. So as we go down, there we go. So these were your chakras. So you had your base chakra was out and your third eye chakra was out before the scan, and your crown was at a 3. And then can you see on the other column on the left side, that's after your healing optimization, what it's gone to. And then as we go down here, we've got all the meridians as well. So you can see there where like the small intestine's gone from an 8 to a 6, your heart's gone from a 9 to a 7. What else have you got? So you're pretty good. So you've got a few 3s there. So you've got quite a few low things that are out actually. And then here it gives you a little summary about the meridian. So Kel, you obviously know lots about that because you're a kinesiologist, but if you're someone that's not, then it gives you the physical reasons that could be going on and then the emotional reasons that are out. And then as we scroll down, sorry, I just saw someone say something in the chat. Oh, wow. So then as we scroll down, we can see how you've got like a sea of 8s and 9s. Now, when I log out of here, I'm going to show you your vitals in another section where you can see a sea of blues and greens and stuff as well, okay? So don't think like, oh my God, everything's wrong with me, because all this section is showing you is the snapshot of what's going on, yeah? So, okay, yeah. So here you've got some gastro stuff going on. You're actually coming up genetic with MTHFR, which is what I've got.
That's interesting, because I thought my kids might have had that.
Oh, really? Have you been tested for
them? No.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah, you might even want to go and get a test for that. Do you know, I only discovered it 10 years ago and 50% of the population has it. And it's really life-changing when you actually find that out, because before I was on all my methylated Bs and stuff, I had big problems everywhere, because your Bs are obviously your hormones, your brain, your emotional, your gut, metabolism. So it's everything. So yeah, you might want to go and get a cheeky blood for that one.
Yep.
Then you've got some like brain stuff, some cardiovascular, eye health, liver, gallbladder, lung function. Scroll down. And so then here, so we've got some viruses. So Epstein-Barr, have you had at some stage glandular fever in your life?
Maybe when I was 14, I think they thought I may have had it.
Yeah,
Not
so
sure. Yeah.
when you have Epstein-Barr, it stays in your nervous system, like in your body for the rest of your life. It just stays dormant. But then if you really, really run down, it can become active again. So yeah, so you've got like some little thing there, and that's I think cold sores as well. Like so, the herpes virus that also the same. It's the same as an Epstein-Barr virus. They're like same family.
I know my mum gets cold sores, so I probably picked it up from hers. Yep.
When you
influenza,
that can that can come up, and then you've got some pesticide toxicity and some paint. So. Where you may have been near some paint. Pesticide toxicity is quite common coming up because unless you're eating organic fruit and veggies all the time, that's to come up. And then down here we've got like liver, respiratory, cortex, brain, head. So these are some of the other things that have come up for you today.
Lots.
Lots of things.
It doesn't surprise me.
I would just wish it would work. So on the actual device, when you click these little ladies, the most amazing thing comes up, but it doesn't work when you're logging from the laptop, so that's poop. Anyway, let's go back over here and go through your inner voice report. So here we go, reports. So let's email this to you, my love. Sorry, the spinning wheel of death takes a while sometimes. There we go. Okay, so you get the report, explains how inner voice works exactly. So now the first one that's come up for you, Kel, is low self-esteem versus self-accepting.
Yep.
And so then it goes through the negative emotions that could be going on and the positive emotions that could be going on.
Yep.
See this bottom section here. So this is the stuff that the scanner has picked up for you, right? So guilt, self-confidence, and trauma from the past. So that's picked up emotionally is what's causing you to have that emotion. And it's also giving you some vitals. So I know bilirubin is something to do with liver stuff. I'm not sure. This is all liver digestion stuff going on. So
that's what I've had problems with, my digestion, sore liver.
So that's picked up all that, and the liver was on your other chart as well. And so that's when you've got those, physical issues, that also helps you to, bring down your self-confidence, because, as emotions and stuff are all working together. You've got food sensitivities, corn. You've also got some thyroid and estrogen things too, but with some hormone things out of balance. And then here it'll say imbalances and suggestions, and then it's giving you some things there. So reduce toxicities, improve your function,
Okay.
So the harmonizing color is gold. So each what part of it gives you a color to also help balance it. You don't have to use the color, but it's, as we know, color is very powerful. So you've got the glasses. You can either wear the glasses or you can just close your eyes and visualize the color. So I've just been getting my clients to close their eyes and visualize the color, but up to you to use the actual glasses. Then your next one was angry versus accepting of change.
Yep.
There we go, all the different, meanings. Like I said, if you want to muscle test, what's specific to you from that top part, you can. And then the bottom is anger, anxiety, nervous exhaustion.
Yep.
You've got detoxification and stuff coming on up as well. B stuff, that's all liver stuff.
Okay.
Then you've got unacknowledged versus self-validated.
Yep.
So those were your top three that because you're smiling at, because you're aware of them. You're like, you'll be right? And then this fourth one is the one that you need to work on the most. So that's come up, conditional love versus unconditional love. Yeah.
Okay.
And with these, it's really about, you want to have a balance, because you don't want to have, be so unconditionally loving that you end up being a doormat. Do you know what I mean? So with every emotional scale, we're not saying, oh, you're so much in the negative that you need to be so much in the positive. It's basically saying that you need to be in a perfectly harmonized balance of those emotions. Does that make sense? And it's just saying that you're out of balance with those emotions. So you're not.
So is it saying on one or the other?
So it's saying at the moment your biggest suppressed issue is that you've got issues with having an equal balance of conditional love versus unconditional love.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And so that'll be with yourself and with others. So, and here we've got the liver coming up again, the liver and the beans all coming up again. So what have we got here? So unacknowledged versus self-validated. So you don't want to be so self-validated that you're also almost in egotism, but you don't want to feel super unacknowledged that you've got like no self-esteem. Does that make sense? So when it goes through all of these emotional things, it's really about the balance and the harmony of having those together.
Yep.
Like I said, so everyone that's come up today is going to get one of these done specifically for them and sent to them. So yeah, you'll all get to have a play with that. And then when we go back to the reports, you'll see that there's beautiful harmonics that go with and they're lovely. So they say for you to have the best results 2 to 3 times a day to work clear on those emotional things. So, and they all sound different. So they all go for about 3 minutes each. And the beauty is, it's like here where we've got the quick scan audio, you'll hear there's like a, that's actually like an underlying tone that's specific to you and all the stuff that's tested up. So all of that liver digestion, all of that stuff specific to you gets layered in underneath those notes as your, specific sound healing.
Yep.
Does anyone have any questions about the inner voice section before I go on to the next part? No questions? No? Okay, so then we're going to go to the vitals and go to enhanced reports. And so see here where you saw the quickest snapshot before, darling, where it was only the stuff that was out of balance that showed you. Now you're going to, this section, if you click into it, shows you absolutely everything within a lot more detail. See, so now you can actually see, yay, I've got lots of blues and greens and I'm not dying. There's heaps of blues and greens on the screen. So that's really cool to be able to go through. So we won't go through that with everyone now, but I'll email you that and you can go through and look at all those beautiful details yourself. In a normal consultation with a client, if like when I'm doing a paid consultation, I go through all of that stuff really deeply, but it depends. It might not be your thing. I've done enough anatomy and physiology to understand some of it, but I'm by no means an expert of it all either. So I like to concentrate a lot on what's going on with just the chakras, the meridians, and the emotions, and just so much can happen just even with that. So if all of this is really overwhelming to you, don't worry about it. Like it's not that big of a stress. Even the owner that has invented this scanner says he doesn't even really look at his scans. He kind of just does it for frequency and optimization. And I've got to say, because I do it like twice a day now, I don't even really look at them that much anymore. Like every couple of days, I'll be like, oh, what's going on now? Whereas when I first did it, I was obsessed going through everything. So then we've got the comprehensive section, and then here we go. This is another really cool one. The body systems. I'll scan and show that to you later, actually, because I don't want to annoy everyone with more noise. But that's really cool, and I'll show you on mine what one of those looks like. So going to the Cephi. So this is like the subtle energy frequency imprinter. So this is where you can either imprint a frequency into necklaces, crystals, water, like anything that you can think of, you can actually imprint a frequency into something. You can make homeopathic pills. You can make, like flower essence drops. sprays, any kind of vibrational essences. So in here, there is homeopathics and there is the Bach flower essences. So you've got those as a base, but you can also still specifically add any of the other frequencies that are in there to make up energetic frequencies. So you can make mood support, remedies. You can make sleep remedies, abundance remedies. You can make, there's things for addiction, like you could do chakra remedies. Like the possibilities are literally endless, like to use your own creativity on what to do with that. So I'll just go through. So like if I was doing a client consultation, like a paid session with someone, I'll go through then that after that whole report and we work out the main things that we're going to work on, and we do a custom playlist. So in a custom playlist, you can choose 10 things out of the following lists that you want to bring in to actually send the person. Yeah. So then you're just sending the frequency, just like distant Reiki, through the ether to the person. Yeah. So I've got lists for abundance, anxiety, detox, de-stress, hangover, health, love and peace, all sorts of things, teeth and gums. Oh, that was a really cool story, actually. I had the worst toothache and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go to a dentist. What am I going to do? And I did a healing frequency for teeth and gums for a couple of days. No pain, completely gone. 2 weeks later, I don't have to go to the dentist. It's really good. So I'll go out here back and show you all the things you've got to choose from, okay, to make these playlists. So we've got quantum reach, where here we've got abundance stuff, breathe free, concentration, confidence, coordination, creativity, determination, energy clearing, energy shielding, focus, forgiveness, gratitude, health, strength and recovery, health, immune support. You can keep reading, right? So it's got all this really cool emotional stuff that you want to bring in. Pain-free healing and stamina and immune support and health, strength and recovery. Oh my God, they've been amazing. And definitely like love and forgiveness and gratitude. Like I've noticed such a difference. And like I said, the abundance has been wonderful as well. So see here where it says Kelly Edwards is the target. Up here instead, you could actually change that. Now you've got nothing else in your library, Kel, so I can show later on mine. But in my library for a SEFI target, that's where I've got, there's a picture of me and Steve if I want to, do love and peace for the two of us. I've got pictures of my bank account for abundance. I've got pictures of the car to send it healing frequency because we were on a big road trip. I was using it to regularly clean my healing room back at home, my bedroom, things like that. So any kind of space or object, you can actually send frequency too. And then the fractal imprinter, that's when if you click imprint, it makes, that's the sound of the frequency. And on this beautiful device, when you use it, it moves around and does all these cool pictures, but you can't quite access as much of the functions if it's on here as you can on the actual device. Back. So then we've got quantum frequency. So here we've got lots and lots and lots and lots of physical ailments. Yeah, so literally pretty much anything you can think of on the planet in alphabetical order: alcoholism, back pain, bladder inflammation, blood clots. There's, liver stuff, liver inflammation, digestion, like cancer, like everything you can possibly think of from A to Z is in this section here. Yeah, so it's very, 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 very thorough section. Then let's go back. So then we've got quantum affirmations, which have got like accelerated learning. There's addiction stuff. I know someone that apparently has been doing really great stuff for their clients to quit smoking using this machine. Like, so she's got some niche now around quitting smoking using the scanner. Perfect health, relationship enhancement, ultimate creativity, weight management, all sorts of things are in this section. Back. Then we've got the quantum flowers. So we're going to scan you, Kel, for a flower essence. And so it's saying, okay, unable to take responsibility for your own life, work, and the world in general has come up as your flower essence. And then what you would do is you would imprint that into your water. So you click imprint and that'll make a lovely noise and sound, for a couple of minutes, and then you can drink it. So it can actually save you a fortune as a practitioner, because you can actually just, do the brandy bottles and imprint all of the different range of Bach flower essences in there, and you never have to buy Bach flower essences ever again. And you can actually, in the scanner, also copy something over from one thing to another. Like, so just say I've got like the desert essences in America, which are running low and they're very expensive, and even the shipping is expensive. So I'm going to go through and make new bottles, imprinting one off from the other. So you can actually transfer energy, or copy the energy and frequency and put it into another thing. Amanda, I know she's been using it with her clients. If jade crystals tested up and they don't have it, she'll just imprint it into their water bottle for them, or imprint it into something else, or she'll make a remedy of everything that's tested up in a kinesiology session, and just quickly takes 20 seconds, imprints it all. Here's your little remedy. So there's lots of ways you can actually play with it and add it in. If you are a practitioner and you are doing face-to-face sessions, you can have a really fun time with this imprinter, making remedies for your clients, or even just sending them through post if we're doing online sessions. Then you've got all the chakras here. All of the chakras go for, I think, 7 or 8 minutes each to balance each chakra out. Like I said, you can also imprint that into chakra sprays and oils and all sorts of stuff as well. Then you've got all the homeopathic range here. And at the end, quantum energetics. So this is like where you've got adrenal, thyroid support, candida detox, a whole bunch of detox things. There's an Epstein-Barr one. So, you'd look at some of the things that tested up in the session, and then think, oh, okay, well, I've got liver and digestion stuff going on, so I'm going to choose X, Y, Z, but maybe I want to work on this chakra as well. So you can add in emotional stuff, energetic stuff, and then the physical things that you're working on in a personalized playlist, and then send that to yourself. And then, like I said, if it was a client, you might say, I'm going to send that to you 3 more times this week or something, if you want to, because it just stays saved in there until you actually delete it out. There's programs in here for vaccination detox, which is a really big thing at the moment. So a lot of people are having issues after having the vaccination, so you can actually do vaccination detox programs on people. You can do there's things, I know the girls have been having some really great stuff with COVID as well, like doing healings with COVID and helping with really quick recovery, radiation detox. We've got all this 5G, Wi-Fi, hoo-ha stuff. So, really great to do some radiation detox and things on yourself. So let me move this so I can get here. Oops. Just going to log into me so I can show you a few other things. Yeah. Okay, so if I log in to, I can show you a body systems report and what these look like. So these are really detailed, the body systems report. And so it goes through your circulatory system. And so it'll say if something's acute or chronic, very, very detailed, the connective tissues, possible causes. And it's really interesting because I was around shellfish the other day when this happened, and I'm allergic to shellfish, so it picked all that up. Digestive system. So I'll move this a bit quicker this way. Endocrine system, lymphatic system, musculoskeletal, nervous system, respiratory. And your chromosomes, your DNA stuff, human cell mitochondria. So that's another cool scan and optimized, very thorough report that you can have for yourself or for your clients as well. Pets and animals. So I've got like Mia and I've got Star in there. So what else have we got that I can show you? Oh, okay, so let's see if it shows up here. Yes, so okay, it shows on mine, so it didn't come up for Kelly. So it's very different when you actually use the device to when you just scan, do it, because you can actually, obviously buy a device, but you can also, if you don't have the money, can't afford to buy a device, you can actually just buy the software, right? But then it's like not quite 100% as accurate, and you don't have all the same functions. So see on mine, see here, this section here, that's the homeopathics that tested up for me this morning. So then I go, oh, okay, da 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 da. And then I look up what it is. It was really funny. One of them was about mites and bites and things with the skin. And I've been attacked by midges. Like, I can't even tell you, I look like I've got leprosy on my legs. So yeah, I just find it fascinating to read all the stuff that's going on. And that's when you just go, and pop that on your water glass. Now let's go. Let's see if I can find, look, I did a little scan on little Mia this morning. So yeah, that's my cat, and that's her thing. So that's her cat chakras. And so little Mia, before I did her balance, I don't know what she's been up to while I've been away, but as you can see, her chakras are really out of balance. Very unhappy little lady. And very glad that she's a lot more balanced after that. And I'm going to send her a little bit of Reiki as well, the poor darling, because I know she really misses me, and she'll be fretting a lot without me being there at the moment. But yeah, if I show you darling Star, who's just madly in love with my mother and as happy as can be, she her things are amazing. She's having a time of her life hanging out with my mum. Okay, enhanced reports. See, look at her. Star's quite happy. She only had a little couple of things out. She's got a happy little girl, so it's quite good. So yeah. So
sorry, yeah. How do you do the pets long distance?
It's all the same as Reiki, sweetheart. So you the same way I've done a profile for Kelly. You put
date of birth and things like that.
Date of birth and their picture, their description, their date of birth. You just set up a profile, and it just scans them just like beautiful Reiki energy. And then you can send them a Sephi playlist as well. So I'm going to send some frequencies to the girls of the chakras that are still out, and I'm going to send them. I only did this just before I logged on, so that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. And then you can send the healing frequencies. And you can send healing frequencies to any animal, really, because you can go to the Sephi and just put in a profile for anyone or anything, just like you can an object, and send that through as well.
Great, thanks.
Pleasure.
Can I ask a question, Belle?
Yes, please.
When you were doing, I can't even remember what it was, but where you can go into other things and you can.
They've got horse. Yeah, they've got dog, cat, horse, other. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool. Where my daughter's at a horse rescue, so that'd be very handy. So say, for instance, you went into the thing where it sent healing for, say, someone's got candida. Okay. Yeah. How do you know how many times to keep sending them that, or to telling them how?
I just muscle test.
Oh, you just muscle test.
That's where I just do my muscle testing and be like, all right, how long does this person need the plan for? Does it need it for 2 minutes? Does it need it for 5 minutes? Does it need it for 10 minutes? Does it need it twice a week? Does it need it 3 times a week? Does it need it daily? Perfect. And just muscle test that.
Perfect.
Any more questions?
Thank you, please. With the animals, if you don't have a date of birth, because not everyone has, like we have a horse that's leased. We don't know when she was born. What do you do then if you don't have a date of birth?
Well, when I got my cats from Ingrid's Haven, she's got, both of my cats have exactly the same birth date. I think she just puts whatever February on everybody, right? Yeah. So I'd ended up just putting for Star the month that around when I got her, because I was like, I don't really know. Okay. But it's in the description, because you can write a description as well. So yeah, that you can do species, you can write a description, like in where it said pet ID. Mine don't have an ID either, but if they've got an ID tag or something like that, you can put that in, because that's kind of that's an imprint ID as well. But I actually just wrote some detailed info in that part because.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have any relevance on the healing or okay. No, that's all right. Thank you. It's so exciting. Well, my sort of nerdy brain is going crazy. It's so cool.
I know it's really cool. It does so many things, and they're bringing out a program for teeth and gums as well. That's in development at the moment. So can you imagine how amazing that's going to be when you can totally scan your mouth and your teeth and your gums and send healing energy to that?
Yeah,
it's going to be a really fun addition as well. Does anyone else have any questions? No one's got any questions? No? At all? Okay.
If we to do, because I would love to bring this into my practice. I'd love to play with it myself first because I think it would be fascinating, but I'd love to bring this in. I think this would answer a lot of questions for some of my clients, especially in the clinic. Because I'm not kinesiology and I've never worked with flower essences. Am I still okay to imprint and provide my clients with something? Because I know they would think that is just the best thing ever.
Oh, there's people in the business that aren't even healers that are wanting to use it, and they're just actually learning how to use the device and just using that as their own healing modality. And then there's others that have got massage or Reiki or kinesiology or something behind them. So you can 100%, even if you had no qualifications, how to use it.
Wonderful.
You need kinesiology to be able to use flower essences.
And I mean they're all safe, so it's not like you can. But I think my clients would love that. Okay, that's great.
You can scan it and it just scans and says, hey, I need this as well. So you don't even have to test it up because the machine scans and tells you. Ones, which is really, really handy.
Yeah, that looks cool. Thank you.
And it's an eye-opening discussion too, where I've done a few of these even just before I've done like a theta healing session. Do you know what I mean? When some people feel stuck and they're actually not even super aware of their emotions, like to be able to scan and go, okay, well, this and this and this is like going up for you. It can bring like some extra awareness as well.
And
it's also really good for kids because sometimes kids and teenagers and younger people, they're not as open to healing, but if they just get to talk into some device for 10 seconds and then they get to listen to some pretty sounds, that's a pretty nice way of children to have extra healing as well.
And especially with clients that don't really want to do the work as well, this is a really good option for them to receive, if they're open to just that little bit of healing. So do you offer them a standalone as well as a combination, or what's sort of the idea for these? Is it just as a standalone treatment or a combination?
It's totally up to you what you want to do with it and how you want to work with it. Like everyone's doing different things with it different ways. So I've been doing some inner voice things just separately where it's just by distance. They give me the thing that you do, which is what you're going to all send me today. You're going to send me a voice recording and the details will make your profile, and I'm just going to go from my phone to the tablet and talk, and then I'm going to email you your report. Just done like that. So you can do some distant things where you don't even have to see or speak to someone as one way of using it. I would never do an easy scan with all those vitals information and send that off to someone without a consultation.
That seems that's what I was thinking. That's
drop dead. But the inner voice section with just the emotional part, sending the harmonics, which you can do in a separate situation, that I have been doing heaps of just distant, send me a thing and off you go. But with the other stuff, I've definitely been doing full consultations, going through it properly.
So it gives people options then, so they could come in for a full one, and then if they just wanted to top up, they could just have the voice done, or
That's right. But like once they've had a consultation and they understand it, you could still, then you can do the easy scan. So like, with my packages, I've designed it that they have a consultation with me first. I go through everything. Then once a week, they send me their voice recording and I'll just do another thing and I'll send them the report.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Once someone's at least had one consultation and they understand the process, then you can just, just by distance. So I'm doing it like that only every second week we catch up for a consultation and chat in between. And then the other week, alternatively, then they can still just have the scan and the optimization and the new healing frequencies sent to them. And I'll test up a new SEPI playlist for however many times that week they need it.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, that's great. So then I've got continued support. That's, yeah. No,
So you can do one-offs, you can do distant, you can do in person, you can do
yeah.
packages, you can do all sorts of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find, Belle, that they're good for coming up with goals too, for people that aren't really in touch with feelings, like particularly your teens and your kids? Like you can kind of do this first to help them come up with their session goal in the first place?
Yeah, it's really awesome. And, you know, even like just like my partner, for instance, you know, like boys don't always like chatting about their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really nice for him to have a healing where he just talks into this thing and he's getting optimized, and I send him his frequencies and he goes off and he listens to them.
Perfect.
So he's getting a lot of healing as well every day, which is really awesome.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And so, you know, so you've got the option of, you know, if you want a scanner, you can use it just yourself at home with your family. You can obviously do paid sessions with clients, and then or if you want to run the business and do affiliate marketing where you recommend it to other people as well, there's no targets and there's no pressure, you know, at all. But if you wanted to, then you've got the option of getting a bit of an extra income stream that way as well. So yeah.
How much are they?
Okay, so the tablet is $9.95 US, and there's a mobile phone version which is $4.95. That, but I just much prefer the bigger screen. So yeah, so you choose a device, either $9.95 or $4.95 for the smaller one for the mobile, or $9.95 for this one. There is an option that you can just buy the Bluetooth headset and just sign up for the subscription of the software. But like I said, and you can do what I've done with you today on the laptop, but you can do way more things with the actual device. So it's really complicated software. So this machine is made so specifically to be able to deal with the extent of it. And there's more and more upgrades coming all the time. Plus, like I said, there's more things you can do on this machine. So you're a bit limited to what you can actually do. But if it's a huge financial thing and it's, you know, you'd rather have something rather than nothing, then that's another option as well. So it's $149 a month to have the software subscription, to be able to access all this software, to do all the scans and all the healings and stuff like that. So look, for me, since I've been doing healing with this, I haven't even had another healing with another healer. So I've already paid my monthly subscription just in not having to do as much other stuff. You can put all your supplements in there and actually send the vibration over. So, you know, don't have to spend $600 a month for Metagenics anymore. So there's lots of ways that you can easily cover the $149 a month cost with, you know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, and if you decide you want to be like a QLA, which is what I'm doing now and recommending it to people, commission is 45% of anyone that you sign up underneath you. So pretty much if you have 3 people purchase a device, either as a preferred client or as a QLA, once you've got 3 people, that covers the cost of your subscription. So you've got it for free.
Wow.
But even with consultations alone and just your own healing journey, then it's worth it.
Well, can I just ask you, sorry, what did you say about the Metagenics? That got me a bit excited. Did you say you can?
So you can put all your supplements in there, right?
Yes.
It takes a while, so I haven't finished doing all mine yet, right? So you've got to imprint it. So you've got to get like a little glass, and you've got to put the exact dosage in it, and you've got to upload it. So it's a bit of a process, but worth it once it's done.
Oh, for sure.
So then in the scanner where I showed you those homeopathics that came up that it needed for me, then if I needed the Metagenics, it would come up saying to take it, because we don't actually need all of our vitamins all the time. So the naturopaths say, you take this. I muscle test mine as well, but the scanner will tell you when you actually need it. But if you don't actually have it on you, you can just imprint the vibration of it into your water, which is kind of cool. So then you don't
instead of having it, because I mean, I take Metagenics every day.
Yeah,
like I have staples.
$100 a month worth because I've got the MTHFR.
Yeah, well, ours is, I would say between the 3 of us, we're spending a lot more than,
So to be able to cut down on, you know, supplements and things like that, it's really amazing.
So even if it's in tablet form, it doesn't matter what form we take it, because majority of ours, we take some powders, but it's either powder or tablet. So we can imprint instead of.
Yeah, you can you load them all in the device and then imprint the frequency.
That's crazy. That in itself would be, yeah. So the device itself is that cost, and then you pay for the subscription to run it. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to be clear on that.
Yeah.
Can I ask also, when you're saying imprint, like say you're imprinting your vitamins or whatever you've got, do you actually have to have them in the physical form first to imprint them?
Yeah. You have them in the physical form, and then you'll load them onto the machine, and imprint the vibration of it in there. And then once it's at that exact frequency of what you need, it can send the frequency back to you.
So you could just sort of visit a health store and go along the shelf.
You can do all your essential oils and stuff as well.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I've really run out of my flower essences, and they're so dear. Yep.
Yeah, so with your flower essences, like you can have bark automatically. I mean,
they're like over $300. Yeah,
they're expensive. Yeah, and be able to then sell extra remedies to your clients and homeopathics and stuff as well.
Yeah,
you make homeopathic remedies and sell them to your clients as an add-on service.
Yep. Is it an upfront payment for the machine? Sorry.
No.
You log on to the website when you're ready, and you'll pick whatever device you want and add on your subscription, and then you pay for it, and it'll get sent to you within a week. Yeah, it's quite exciting too, because it's actually only been in Australia since November. So it's really, really new. So the company started July 2020 in America, and then only came to Australia in November. So it's very, very new, and literally there is only 10 practitioners in Melbourne with one.
I've got 2 questions, Belle.
Yes, darling.
With essential oils, obviously you're using your nose to smell them. Are you still going to get the same effect if it's imprinted?
Absolutely, because you don't actually have to smell an oil to have the healing thing of it. Like, there's people that have no sense of smell at all whatsoever, and it still works, because it's the frequency and vibration. That's
what I've got to get my head around.
Yeah. So just think, because I know you're into sound healing as well, right? So everything's frequency and everything's a vibration. So an essential oil just has a certain vibration that it does. It changes the frequency and the vibration of the body. The same with sound, the same with touching a shell or touching a crystal or anything like that. That's all just energy, frequency, and vibration. And when that vibration and frequency is in our body, it makes changes for us. So, like, in a kinesiology session or something, I mean, think about distant Reiki. I literally just put the bottle on my Reiki grid.
Yep.
For my client, I just put the bottle on my Reiki grid, and that energy and frequency is traveling across time to my distant healing Reiki client. I don't put them all over me when I'm doing a session. It's like, yep, on the grid, there you go. Yeah,
and I'm the same with crystals. So
So you can load all your crystals in there as well. So if you're traveling, you can't bring them all with you. You can send the frequency of your crystals to yourself. And you can imprint it into, your water and your remedies, and add that into the special vibrational crystal remedies.
I love that you said the jewelry, because that I'm always wearing my crystal jewelry. So
I've been imprinting them with, like, obviously shielding and protection stuff, but then also abundance, love, joy, gratitude, things like that. Yeah.
Amazing. And because I'm doing massage and using the oil, I could imprint the oil so it's going completely on their body.
You totally could. Absolutely. What a beautiful idea.
Yeah. The other question was, how can it go from 35,000 to 995?
So it was a much bigger device that was a bit detailed as well. So a lot of doctors and stuff in the US use the machine for diagnosing. And like, when I first had my scan done, like I said, I just had some blood results 2 days before that I'd got. And when I had my scan done, I was like, oh my God, this is identical to my blood work. I'd gone to my naturopath kinesiologist, and then everything she'd said, and I was like, Mama mia, I just had this scan thing done this morning, and I can't believe how mind-blowing it is. So it's always at least 85% accurate. They won't do any kind of software changes to make it any less than that, but often it's much higher in the 90s, but like at worst case.
They've just bettered the technology and made it into a smaller
Yeah, so they've really, really upgraded the technology and made it like an app, like app software, and then, put it into a device. And like these devices are even waterproof. You can take it into your bath if you like and hang out.
Yeah. Sorry, third question, I apologize. If you were to only get the software, how do you do the imprinting on your glass of water and stuff like that? Through your phone?
Yeah, you'll just log in through your phone instead of logging in through your thing. But like I said, when I did Kel's scan before, even though I'd loaded the homeopathics in, it didn't pick it up when I did it on the computer. So
Okay.
it's only reading my report from what I've done on the machine. So you can do that as an option, but like I said, it is apparently 30% less limited of what you can do. So you can do more things on the actual device, and it's really slower on the when you log in from that as well. So
oh God, I've got two more.
yeah.
So $4.95 is for a phone, so they send you a phone.
Yep, and that's US dollars. So in Aussie,
Okay.
like 6-ish.
Okay. And the other question is, we get all these EMFs and things off our computer. Is that not affecting the frequencies and whatnot?
Not with the special devices, definitely not. No. And I've got a radiation dot on my laptop and stuff as well. And
because you're putting your glass on there, isn't that going to affect it?
No, it doesn't. No.
I know I've got my geo cleanse and all that jazz.
No. Yeah, it definitely doesn't affect it.
Okay. I just thought because it's directly on the tablet phone.
And yeah, like if you want to do EMF cleanses, there's radiation detox and EMF stuff in there. You can send frequencies for that as well.
Yeah. Do they have any information on that? Do you know, the company? Because obviously the tablets and things are going to be emitting something, some kind of radiation. Everything does.
The whole planet's full. We're all already in radiation. The whole planet's
We're all
full
in it anyway. Yeah.
so this is benefiting us.
It's just because because you're putting a glass on top of this, your tablet, let's say, your tablet's obviously going to be emitting something else plus the frequency. So I'm just, maybe it just counteracts it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's how they would make it work for sure. I mean, we're all around sitting in everyone's Wi-Fi and 5G and all the time anyway. So
yeah, I just answered the question. It's very exciting.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
I do about the payment. Do they offer any sort of payment plan, Belle, or is it just a one-up?
No, it's just
front. Up front.
Log on, buy it, and
okay. Yeah, need to save.
I was just thinking the same, Kelly.
I'll save now.
Can I ask you, like you said, the only difference between the mobile to the tablet was you liked the bigger screen of the tablet, but otherwise the functionality is the same?
Yeah, functionality is exactly the same.
So the glass would just sit on or whatever, vial or whatever.
Yeah. So like, I mean, if the phone's about an Apple iPhone size, so, you could still a glass onto that.
Yeah, because a lot of what I work somewhere else as well, so I have to carry everything with me. So even I carry a lot of stuff. Take all my stuff with me.
Look, the tablet it's pretty light and whatever, but because for me, it's like it's tax deductible. It's a business expense. I'm using it on my clients. I like the bigger screen, so it's not so little. So personal preference, but you're going to get exactly the same
stuff. Yeah.
If you wanted to use the smaller device. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. Thank you.
Pleasure. Does anyone else have questions? No more questions?
It looks addictive.
It's so addictive. I can't Steve's like, oh my God, you're obsessed with this thing. And but I'm just like working out all these new things, and I'm loving like giving the cats healings as well. That's
really cool.
I'm scared I'm going to like it more than the kinesiology that I've just spent a fortune on training for.
They work really, really well together. So in our beautiful Melbourne group, there's quite a few kinesiologists in there and doing full kinesiology sessions with it as well. So you can do the scan, get some extra information.
I guess it's good when you're learning too. Like, I mean, obviously I'm new at the kinesiology. It's good to back up yourself as well, just to double check that you are on the right track.
That's right. And then
As a training tool.
For distant healing, if you wanted to do online sessions, right, where it's harder to just say, here you go, I'm sending some frequency of this your way to a client, to be able to make them a frequency playlist, to be like, okay, we're going to muscle test up, you know, and
it's good add-on.
Yeah, or you can just like make them a bottle of something and stick it in the post, you know, which is what I've been doing as well. I've got some homeopathic pellets and I'm imprinting the whole Cephi things that we want, and then I stick it in the post and send it to my clients as well. So
does it have to be personalized, or could you do, say, I wanted to go in with a group of kids, could you do like a group session?
You can totally just do a group. So just use yourself as the target, or if you actually know who the group is coming, or you could just have a picture of the Reiki group or whatever, and then you just would imprint a whole bunch of bottles all at once, whether it's sprays, drops, you know,
and even just the sound, like, I mean, the sounds and things like that as a group, they could lie down and have the same.
Oh, definitely, especially like, you know, love and peace, or, you know, and those 3-minute boosts are really great as well if you're wanting to, you know, because kids have a short attention span. If you want to sit down and relax for 3 minutes to just listen to the 3-minute one, you want them to focus to do the neuro brain one or something like that, you could just do some mini ones.
And that can be saved. So if, say, you wanted to save it, do people have to have a file for every person, or can you save it like as an MP3 and send it to someone, or not?
No, you've got a file for every person. You just email them their stuff. So so those harmonics, you just click email and it automatically sends the report through.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Anyone else have questions? Okay. Well,
sorry, just me. Did you say there was a monthly subscription as well?
Yes, so it's $149 a month to access.
So plus the device, plus the subscription per month thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can have the subscription without the device, like I said, if you want to just use your own device, but it's not 100% as good or accurate and does as many functions. But you can do everything what we've just done today on the laptop, just on the subscription, or with the device you get to do a lot more things. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
And that 149 bill, that's US's again.
Yeah, 149 US. So it's been 200. I think it was 207 or something.
Yep.
I just paid. Yeah.
And you have to sign up for.
But I've already made it back in clients anyway.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to. Obviously, it's tax deductible, and it's very easy if you're wanting to, you know, do clients to make that money back. Very, very, very easy. And you know, like I've already had 3 people sign up underneath me, so I don't actually really have to pay a subscription anymore. So so that's all very, very, very easy if you do want to do that for a bit of extra cash as well. Because like I said, it's only just come to Australia, like from November, so no one really has it. So it's this wonderful new exciting thing. It's not like something that's out there that everyone's got. Any more questions?
I want one. I can't wait to read my report.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting.
I looked at one of the bloods that came up. I was looking when you put it up, and it's spot on. Because I'm neutropenic, and it was neutrophils was critical, so it's perfect.
It really is mind-blowingly accurate.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to just have all that extra information and stuff as well. So in the there's a basic university which comes with the device free if you and you know,
is that like an online learning platform at a university?
Like watch a video and do a quiz, and that just teaches you how to do everything with the device, like really beautifully, easily from scratch. So you know how to imprint things, you can make remedies, like how to put your supplements in, like everything will get taught to you in a really beautiful, easy way, because I'm not very good with technology. So this made me a bit nervous in the beginning, but I was like, it's so cool, I'm going to work my way through it. But once you do the basic university, you get explained very, very simply and easily how to use all of the different functions. And then there's a paid university, which is just $149 US, and that goes through everything in real detail, like super, super thorough detail. So then if you're wanting to do it as a business and do consultations and things like that, that's where it teaches you to analyze the reports so much more and what you want to be looking for and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which is really
And that's a
cool.
one-off payment, the 150?
Yeah, that's just a one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm doing it at the moment, and it really is amazing because I was,
Worth it.
and then a few of the other girls were doing it, and I'm like, wow, I'm really learning a lot. So
Yeah.
and that's what I was saying. Like, even if that's all you had and you didn't have any other modalities, the information that they give you is just so wonderful. You could just use that with nothing.
Yeah.
else. But then, like I said, the girls in the group, we've all got some other kind of modality, and everyone's integrating it with Reiki, massage, and kinesiology and things like that.
I just think it'd be a fantastic to be able to offer for people, particularly say families that have got, 3 or 4 kids. And because I know I've been in this position as a mum, you've got 3 or 4 kids with all different health needs and you just can't afford. It's like, who do you choose to take to the naturopath? Who do you choose? So if it makes it more accessible for families, it's brilliant.
And just like I said, I've only been using it 6 weeks and every single day, but I've just noticed such a huge difference in how I feel and, seeing the difference in my scans and the same with Steve, like it's been phenomenal. So if you think about it over time, if you're doing those scans and optimizing them every single day, you're going to have way less health issues anyway.
And you can sneak it into your kids' water without them knowing. That's my idea, especially with my teens.
Infuse a crystal and then put it next to their bed head.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that you could do it, and if they didn't mind doing the voice recording and you could do the voice harmonics and then you can just play that for them as well.
Yep. I love it. Love it.
Does anyone else have questions?
Thank you. I've got to run.
All right. Bye, lovely.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, Belle, I have to go too. We have to go to the hospital.
I'm finished anyway. So if you just
Thank you.
send me if you send me your name, full name, date of birth, weight and height and a selfie and a 15 to 20 second voice recording starting with I am your name and then whatever you want after.
Yep.
If we want to buy this, Belle, do we go through you or do we go, how do you, so they know it's through you?
Yeah, so I've got a special link to a Solex website shop. So if you want, I can either do it old-fashioned paper way, send you a form if you want, or you can jump on the website.
And you just send us a link.
We can sign you up.
Okay.
So if you do want to sign up as a QLA, so then you've got the option of making money off it as well. You'll get your own little website link that you can use and add to your website as well.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Good to see everyone.
Nice to see you. Bye.
Bye.